This is TWiT.
Let's talk about our new newsstand. Jeff Jarvis says, I, for one, welcome our new newsstand. Meanwhile, Matthew Ingram says, is Facebook a partner or a competitor for media companies? Yes. We're talking about this new Facebook program.
Which I can't, even though I slathered about it, I can't even friggin'
because it's not on
it.
Android. Right.
So it's called Instant Articles. Some big publishers already in partnership: New York Times, The Guardian, BuzzFeed, National Geographic. What happens? What is it's? By the way, it's only on the Facebook mobile app,
right? And only on iOS.
Okay, well, I got it right here. Let me see what does it look like?
It's just a really well formatted article. So Facebook works its magic on the article,
and it's in the news feed.
It's in the feed, and you can read the whole thing in your feed. Videos play automatically. It loads faster.
Okay.
And you don't have to click to go open in app
I was
browser.
just looking at my desktop, and this so far looks the same. Exactly. There's Gina Trapani's link.
There's only a few of them, so the New York Times only put one on.
Oh. And I can't guarantee I'd see it, right?
Right. But if you go to facebook.com/instant, I think there's a list of them.
But you can't just look in the Facebook app and expect to see it.
If you follow the New York Times, you'll see it.
If you follow the New York Times, well, the New York Times is the first one on. The other 8 publishers, it's around the world, so it includes The Guardian, BBC, built in Germany, which is owned by Axel Springer, which was the leader of the war against Google.
BuzzFeed had one today.
So let me like the New York Times. Now I've liked them, and this is one of them, right? Marriage in India, is that one of them?
No.
I would guess no.
All right, so maybe if I go back to my home feed now that I like them, will I see it? Here's Trey Ratcliffe.
Yeah.
By the way, Trey had the same thing happen to him that happened to you, Matthew. His bag was stolen from under a train seat.
No kidding.
With lots of expensive cameras in it?
He had his entire collection of Sony cameras and Leica lenses in there.
Ooh,
yeah, it was a big loss for him.
Yeah, I just had an old laptop and old iPad.
Yeah, so I don't see anything yet, but like the New York Times, like the Guardian, like BuzzFeed, like National Geographic, and maybe
if you go to instantarticles.fb.com.
Okay, on the web, on the desktop.
That's their. Yeah, well, maybe there. Maybe it'll have a link to something to get a demo of it.
Okay, so tell me what you expect.
It's
a new way for publishers to create fast, interactive articles on
the thing
Facebook.
is, you're not going to click off. That's what's different, right?
Right.
Quest for a Super Bee, interactive and immersive. Are there ads in there? Autoplay video comes alive as you scroll through the article. So this is that autoplay stuff that we've using existing production tools and standard markup. You can publish any type of article. That's good. It makes it easy for the publisher, right? And do you pay Facebook for this or what?
No, there's a rev share.
So
well, it's more than a share. If you sell the ads yourself, you keep 100% of the revenue.
You get 100%.
If Facebook sells the ad,
you get 70%.
70%. And what that means is on an article per article basis, you're even. If you choose to take the Facebook ad, it's probably because they had a higher value ad, so you're probably up. You're going to get new distribution, often incremental distribution for this, so you may be up.
So really, what you're saying, Jeff, is this is a new medium for publishers to take advantage of.
I'm saying that we have no choice but to deal with this. We have to go to where the users are. The idea that we vertically control every piece of a media chain is over, and we have to do this. And we see, I think, a golden opportunity right now between Google and Facebook, where Google, as we discussed last week, is trying to make nice and sign friendship pacts with 8 publishers. I think Facebook probably went to 9 just to say, yeah, Google. And but the Google pact is all kind of, we'll develop stuff and we'll give you a bribery fund for innovation and we'll do some training and some fellowships and that kind of stuff. Facebook leapfrogs them because it comes out and says, well, actually, we're going to affect your business. We're going to improve the experience for the users so the users will end up seeing more stories because they don't click off on stories because it's an awful experience and it takes forever.
Right.
When you publish here, you will get new audience. They will see it in situ. You get your brand, you get your ComScore bragging rights, and you keep 100% of the revenue What's not to love? Well, here's the part I don't love. It doesn't hand over data that enables relationships. You know, my spiel these days is we got to have relationships. We got to give people greater relevance by knowing them as individuals. Facebook will still know our users as individuals, and we still won't. Now, I've talked to people across many technology companies who said, well, okay, Jarvis, but if we gave that data, or if publishers had that data, they wouldn't know what to do with it. True. Stipulated, Your Honor. We're idiots about that. But Facebook and Google could school us in that and help us improve our service and our relevance and our value, which in turn would improve the content we put on these services. And it's a win for both. So this is an important first step in my view. Now, the naysayers like Matthew Ingram will tell you in a minute that, Facebook is the spider and the fly. And, you know, come into my web here, and when you're addicted, I'll pull the rug out from underneath you. And yeah, that could happen. We need a lot more discussions about trust, about the nature of the deal, and especially about Facebook's role now as not just a distributor, but to some degree a gatekeeper and even an editor of the news that people see.
But what is the negative? What is the negative, Matthew? I mean, it seems to me. I mean, I see the benefit as a publisher. So, yeah, Jeff says you don't get any information about your viewer. Big deal. You don't know that much about who buys your newspaper at the newsstand either. And I get eyeballs. I get people sharing my content. I get some excitement around my content. It's done in a form that's easy for me to do. So what is the and it doesn't cost me anything, right? I don't have to pay Facebook for this privilege.
So there's two aspects. And when it comes to the negative aspects of Facebook controlling the news feed and when a news feed, this is not a theoretical thing. We have examples of when this has occurred. Zynga is one example. Hitched its wagon to Facebook, got destroyed effectively because they changed the algorithm. That's billions of dollars. Not only that, we have an example from the media industry. The Guardian, the Washington Post created social reading apps. Facebook promoted them so that people could read their articles.
Okay, but hold on, Matthew.
Just wait.
I'll come back. I'll come back to that one. All right, we'll put that on the checklist.
Facebook promoted those heavily, right? And it was great. They got lots of readers. They got lots of people subscribing and downloading these apps or sharing them or whatever. And then Facebook changed the newsfeed algorithm. Those things were hidden more, and those readers disappeared. So, and Facebook said, you know, sorry, we changed the algorithm, you know, for other reasons. So the risk, this is what I said in the thing I wrote for Fortune about it. It's not that Facebook is an evil. Oh, crap.
This is my trick so I could say what I want to say.
It's that they're going to do it accidentally. They're going to make decisions that benefit Facebook. And those decisions are going to impact these publishers who are getting 70–80% of their traffic from Facebook. And
one should not rely on Facebook, obviously, but if you're the New York Times,
that was Matthew's point on Twitter the other day. But I'm not sure that you can really move those dials as easily as you want. And if suddenly you get a flood of Facebook traffic, what are you going to say? No. Yes, you need to diversify elsewhere. But Facebook is diversification. It's diversification from the old model of making people come to you.
This is why it is actually the spider and the fly is not the best analogy, but this is why it's like the scorpion and the frog. Frog has to get across the river.
Right? Picky, Matthew.
Carry the scorpion. Scorpion stings the frog. Why? Well, it's in my nature. Facebook is going to do what benefits Facebook.